Hello everyone, I'm Morgan from Martin's Home and Garden, and this week we'll be talking about our houseplant of the week, the Staghorn Fern. These plants are epiphytic and they are in the polypod family. They have the Latin name Platycerium spp because there's lots of different species and things. When they are juvenile, they come like this in a nursery pot. This is very common. It's very common for people to get one this size. The only thing to think about is when you do get it this size, you are going to eventually have to replant it onto something like this. So these plants are tropical plants that you see growing on the sides of trees, on their bark, stuff like that. So they are pretty interesting. So you'll see the root balls about right here. These are shield fronds, the brown part right here, and it's very normal for them to be brown. So when they're younger, they start off green, like this one right here, and then they will turn to brown, totally normal. You're not killing your plant. These are the antler fronds. On the bottom of the antler fronds, you have the spores, and that's how the plant reproduces. They are very important to not take those off. It's a big no-no to wipe the spores off of your staghorn fern, so never do that. Typically, if your plant is browning from the bottom of the frond, that means that you are overwatering, and if it's browning from the tips of the frond, it means you are underwatering. So those are a few things to remember when it comes to the anatomy of your staghorn fern. So now we'll break it down and talk a little bit more about watering your staghorn fern, because it can seem a little intimidating because they do grow in these interesting containers and plaques and things like that. So when watering your staghorn fern, you're going to want to mist it pretty frequently. The more humid your room is and the more that you mist your plant, the less that you have to soak it. So I would say mist your plant anytime that you see that it could possibly need it. Pretty frequently, honestly. Even if you put it in your shower while you're showering, or just in the room where you shower, it doesn't have to be in your shower, that's going to be really good for it. It's going to make it really happy. But when you do soak your plant, you're going to want to do it for about 10 to 20 minutes, probably once a week when it's warm outside, like in the end of spring, summer to early fall in Tennessee, because, you know, long range of warmth here. And then when it's cold, you're probably going to want to do it only about every 2 to 3 weeks for that long. When it comes to replanting, they're going to want to fast drain soil. You could even use something like an orchid bark mix in the root ball of your plant. They don't need too much soil because they don't want to get consistently wet. And then make sure that you wrap them in something. If they're in something like this, they can stay in this for a while. You just will want to repot to something that looks a bit like this eventually. When fertilizing, you're going to want to just use a standard fertilizer, nothing that's going to boost a bloom, because these don't really, the bloom's insignificant, so it doesn't really matter to boost the bloom. So you'll just want to use something else that's a bit more for the foliar growth. When it comes to light, they like bright indirect light. So they're tropical plants, so they're going to want to be in a very bright area. So pretty much as close to your window as you can get them is pretty important. The less light you give them, the slower they will grow, and just the less happy they will be. So that's pretty much all I can think about when it comes to staghorn ferns. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, just go ahead and leave them in the comment section. We do have all of these staghorn ferns available at Martin's Home and Garden, so come and check them out. Thanks, y'all.